This is going to be a long video. I'm not sure how long it's going to be because I have a lot of things to say about this. And I might make more videos on this topic. Actually, I am going to make more videos on this topic. I'm considering going live later on tonight after this video posts to talk more about this. But there are so many things I need to say that it literally overloaded my mind and I couldn't focus on what I should talk about. I got the main things that I want to talk about. I had to put them down on a notepad. But there's still so many things that I like. Every time I think I got everything, I'm like, man, there's something else I need to talk about. Something. So it's going to be, I'm probably going to make a few videos about this topic because there's no way I can just say everything in one video. And that's why I want to go live too. But I wasn't planning on coming back like this to talk about this, but this is a good way to bring me back into this. And I don't mean good because it's actually really bad. Without further ado, I'm just going to get started because there are way too many things I need to say. First of all, I'm going to talk about Charlie Kirk, right? Who he was, what kind of person he was, things like that. So you guys can get a general understanding of the gravity of the situation and why this is so dire and why it's so evil. I'm not going to read any news articles. I'm sure you guys have seen whatever different media outlets have to say about this. Maybe I'll get into that in the future because they're still looking for his killer and all this other stuff. As of me making this video, I haven't looked at any updates as to whether they have apprehended the killer. I don't know. But let me just talk about Charlie Kirk, right? So Charlie Kirk was somebody that I consider to be a really good person. I know him from watching Tim Pool. I've seen him on Tim Pool. I've seen him talk to other people. He's hosted different events that I've watched. And that's how I saw him. And anytime I saw this man, I never felt a bad... I'm really good at sensing energy. I'm really good at feeling people and their intentions and if they're a good person or a bad person. It takes me a second to figure somebody out in terms of good versus evil. He's one of the best people I've ever seen. I don't know him, but from what I saw, I you know, even on the internet, I could feel how good of a person he was. He was a religious person. He was a political person. He was a right, political right person. He was one of Trump's most trusted people in terms of politics and helping Trump get elected and things like that, right? And I'm not going to harp too much on that stuff because I will talk about it here and there, but I'm not a political person, right? And even though he was a political person, I agreed with a lot of things that he said because to me, and this is just the truth, this is not just to me, this is what it is. A lot of politics are based on morals or ideals, right? That's what politics really are. It's just what you believe in, your ethics, your rule, your morals, whatever. They just label it left and right, whatever, right? Democrat, Republican. And a lot of things on the right, I tend to agree with. I tend to be more aligned with that side. The problem I have with it, and the reason why I'm not political is because to me, all politics are evil. This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. What happened to him, he died because of politics. That's what happened. Well, that's not the true reason, but it was part of it. And let me explain. The real reason why he died was because he was a really good person, just like all these other good people in history, like Martin Luther King, Gandhi, and all these other people in the past, right? JFK, whatever. All these people from the past that had the power to bring people together and to unite humanity. That was why he was murdered. That's the real reason why he was killed. It wasn't about politics. It was about his ability to break people down to basic human fundamentals and a basic human foundation. Just to be a person. And let's have a talk. Let's have a chat. That's what he was known for. He was known for going to where his political opponents were strong, and having debates with them and explaining to them how they were wrong and showing them the right way, at least according to him. Granted, I'm going to say this again, I agreed with a lot. Like 9 times out of 10, when I heard him speak, I was like, this dude is right. This dude is right. Even if he had a political spin to what he was saying, his basic ideals were correct. To me, that's all that matters. I don't care if you're political. What I care about is, are you right or wrong? And there is a clear right and there is a clear wrong. And ironically, the right is called right? And they just so happen to be right on a lot of things. The left, there's a reason why people say this is going to go left, or this is going to go south or left, whatever. Why do people say that? Because left is wrong. Bottom line. The left, the political left, the Democrats, I can't even, that's why they're called the Democrats. Because I can't even think. There are very few things on the left that I agree with. Very few. There are some things, but they're so small and insignificant that they're not even worth thinking about, to be honest. At least the modern left, right? I'm not talking about historical 20,000 years ago when Democrats used to actually be good people. That shit is over with. The current left is evil. Period. They're demonic. Period. I haven't seen anyone on the left speak in the last 10, 15 years that I didn't think was an evil person. I immediately heard this person open. It doesn't matter who it was. Any person on the left, I heard them open their fucking mouth. I was like, this is an evil motherfucker. It didn't take me but a second. And the way that I work, my soul, my mind, I hear someone that's evil or someone that's wrong, and my brain just completely shuts off. And I don't remember what they're saying. I don't intake it. It doesn't register with me because I don't want that. And I'm going to be very clear about me. I don't consider myself to be technically a good person, especially compared to Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk was a fucking angel. He was a really good man. Everyone that knew this guy personally, that had personal interactions with him, they have nothing but positive things to say. Even people that disagree with him politically, because he would platform people that he disagreed with, and he would have discussions, and he was civil and cordial to them. He was one of the best people in the world. And he was killed because he was expressing his freedom of speech and his ability to debate people and show them the error of their ways. And I'm going to say this again. This is why I say the things I say in the videos that I make, the things I talk about. There is an evil, demonic presence that controls this world. They're not human. What Charlie Kirk was doing was a very human, civil, down-to-earth thing where he was bringing people together and just being a genuinely nice person. Most humans are like that. But they've been conditioned not to be that way. So, if you leave humans alone, right? If these demons left the planet and they stop messing with humanity and interfering with what humans are doing, most humans would get along. We wouldn't have all these wars and countries and languages and cultures and religions that cause terror and fear. Everybody would just say, okay, that's what you believe. That's what you believe. Cool. Whatever, you go your way, I go my way. That's the way it's supposed to be. And everybody should get along. I know in the 90s, people used to get along fine. Didn't matter what fucking politics you had. And I'm talking about anything I say is majority, right? Nothing is 100% absolute. There's always going to be exceptions to every rule. But I'm talking in majority, right? The majority of people used to get along, didn't give a fuck about politics. And I'm going to say this again, and I've said this in other videos. As soon as Donald Trump and Obama and these people came, it was right after Obama and Trump. Like in that era, when Obama was leaving and Trump was coming in, that's when people really started to get polarized. And I started to pay attention to politics because before then, I didn't give a fuck. But I started to see what was happening, and I was like, this is becoming a big deal. This is actually becoming something that people really care about, and it's not just something that they say. Because back in the day, it was like, oh, I'm a Democrat, I'm a Republican, and nobody gave a shit. Now, since that time, 2015, 2016 till now, last 10, 12 years, it's turned into people's identity. It's who they are. It's like a religion, basically. That's what politics has turned into. It's turned into religion, basically. A different form, right? A cult, whatever you want to call it. That's what it's turned into. And now you're either with us or against us. What happened with Charlie Kirk just emphasized, or I'm trying to find the right word. It basically solidified the line down the middle. It was like, okay, now you know who's on what side. Because there are people that are celebrating his death like it's a fucking holiday. And these people are evil and demonic. And I'm going to say this again. There are good people. There are evil people. There's a right way and a wrong way. If you can't figure out what's right and wrong, you can't do anything. Nothing else matters. You need to know what's right and wrong. There is a clear right way to be and a clear wrong way to be. What happened with Charlie Kirk, it shows who's who and what's what. I've always known because I've talked about it plenty of times. And it's part of the reason why it's been difficult for me to make videos, because I'm like, do people actually see what's happening here? Do people actually care? Do they want to make a difference? Do they want to change the world and make it better? And what happened with him just kind of sparked me, and I was like, I need to keep talking about this more, not less. Because I was like, maybe I shouldn't talk about these things. Maybe I should do entertainment. Maybe I should change my channel to something else. Maybe I should be more relaxed. Maybe I should cool down a bit. Maybe I shouldn't be as angry. Absolutely fucking not. After what happened with him, this was a wake-up call to me. And it should be to everyone in this world. Something needs to be done. You need to know the world you're living in. This world is not peachy heaven, everyone gets along. That's not what this world is. It's a world controlled by demons that are using humans as puppets to do their evil bidding. There are the people that are straight up evil, which are on the left. And anyone that agrees with anything that's on the left, you're evil. Period. I'm not even going to try to nitpick and find the good things on the left. If you agree with anything on the left, you're an evil person. But I'm going to even go further with that in a second. If you're on the right and you support Charlie Kirk and you feel like what happened to him was a fucked up thing, which it was, then you're a decent person. I think all politics are evil. I think all religions are evil. I think all countries are evil. I think all languages are evil. I think all of this shit, these cultures, everything that people take pride in, that separates them from each other and causes war and chaos and death, is evil. This is coming from me. Who am I? I used to be probably the most evil person in the entire universe. Some people that know me real well, when I get real angry, they think I'm the fucking devil. But I tell people, you get what you deserve from, you get what you put out from me. If you're good to me, I'll be good to you. I'll be the best person you've ever known. But if you're fucked up to me, you're going to see the fucking devil. That's who I am. I give people what they give me. But before I came to this planet, before I was a human, I'm pretty sure I was evil. But that's why I'm here. You can call this repenting. You can call this trying to make up for my past sins or whatever the fuck, however you want to look at it. I have seen and learned and understood that evil is bad. And you don't want to do it. That's why it's so easy for me to see evil people from good people. Because evil just sticks out like a sore fucking thumb, especially to me. I see right through everything. That's why I understand everything that's happening on this planet and all the evil people that run it. Because I know evil very well. Very well. It's like my MO, right? Like I understand, and I don't want to say MO because that just sounds awful, but I understand evil very well. So it's easy for me to see when I see it. And I don't like it because I see where it leads to. What evil leads to is the end of everything. There's no life with evil. The people on the left, the things they believe in, like LGBTQ and abortions and all these things, it's all death. It's all the end of humanity. And let me explain to you how evil these motherfuckers are. If they can't convert you and make you like them, they want to kill you. That's who they are. People that believe in that kind of shit on the left, they're not your friends. They're not your family. They're not people you can reason with. That's why anytime I saw these people having these debates with the left and all this nonsense, I'm like, what are you talking about? Why are you having a debate with these people? These people are fucking evil. There's nothing to talk about. By platforming these people, by giving them credit or credibility, making them think that they're actually right when they have mental disease, mental problems, right? These people are fucked up in the head. Not just mentally, but spiritually as well. They're all kinds of fucked up. They're downright evil. And you're sitting up here entertaining these people and giving them a platform and having conversations with them like you can reason with them. No, you can't. That's what this incident, this event with Charlie Kirk should tell everyone. You're dealing with true, unadulterated evil that wants you dead. Those are the people that control the world. And you know who's really responsible for Charlie's death? It's not the assassin. It's not the political left. It's not the right. It's not any human. It's the deep state. Who are the deep state? The demons that control the world. That's why this shit is so evil. People are talking about, oh, this guy that shot Charlie Kirk, he was trying to hit him in the head. He missed and then he shot him in the neck. No, he was aiming for his neck. You know why? Because whoever shot him was MK Ultra controlled. Look at what happened with Charlie Kirk. It was literally almost exactly what happened with Trump. There were some differences, but it was almost identical. You know why? Because the evil ones that control the world keep doing the same fucking thing over and over and over, killing all the good people over and over and over to show you that they can do whatever the fuck they want. There's nothing you can do about it. If they want to kill one of your best people, they will kill them in front of you doing the same exact techniques they've done before because you're too stupid to figure this shit out. They're like, these dumb motherfucking humans will never understand what the fuck we're doing. So we can keep on rinse and repeat the same assassination shit on their best people. And they're going to keep on thinking that it was just some lone gunman, some crazed LGBTQ, transsexual, whatever the fuck they're saying this guy was, right? From Antifa. When in reality, the motherfucker was most likely, at least the way I see it and the way I understand this world, he was MK Ultra, mind controlled by a demon, and he did this. Just like the guy that shot up the church, right? The difference is that the guy that shot up the church actually said it. The one that killed all those kids, the Catholic kids, he literally said he was talking to a demon. Then there was the guy that killed the two Democrats or whatever in Minnesota, I believe. And he said that it was Tim Walz or whatever the fuck that guy, the governor of Minnesota. He was like, Tim Walz told me to do it. Well, Tim Walz is a fucking demon, so I would assume, yeah. So there you have another incident of somebody being controlled by a demon that is sitting up here and trying to kill people or actually killing people. Who knows what happened with the Trump guy, the guy that tried to kill Trump because he killed himself. So we don't know if he had the same situation going on. But there's a pattern. And this is how it's always been. These people are always MK Ultra controlled by demons that control the world. And they meant to shoot Charlie in the fucking neck. You know why? Because of the image that will be imprinted in your soul, in your mind, in your brain for the rest of your fucking life. When you look at that shit that happened to him, that shit was awful. It was gruesome. It was grotesque. It was demonic. And you will always remember that one of your best people was murdered because he was a good person trying to bring people together. Because he had good ideas that were actually breaking down the evil left. And these demons that control the world, they don't want people to be united. That's why they have all these countries. That's why they have all these languages. That's why they have all these governments. They divided the world purposely because they don't want people united, because if they're united, we can fight back against them and see who the true enemy is. They don't want that shit. Absolutely not. They don't want that. They want to control humanity because they feed off of humanity's suffering. We're a slave race to them. That's what it is. And I'm going to tell you guys like this. I was really sad about this. I don't watch Charlie Kirk that much. I've seen him a few times, like I said. And every time I've seen him, I was like, this guy's a good dude with some good ideas. I may not be political, but I like his message. And if religion works for you, oh yeah, let me talk about that for a second before I get into how sad I felt about this. I'm okay with you being religious as long as you're not trying to force your views and your religion on others. You want to talk to somebody about religion and you want to have a discussion about it, fine. But don't try to act like you're the authority on morality in the universe and you speak for God when you're a human. You don't speak for God. You don't speak for anyone but yourself. It's what you believe that a book told you. Charlie Kirk was very religious. That's all good. And it worked for him. He used it in a good manner to bring people together. And he's a shining example of how to be a good person using religion. But make no mistake. Charlie Person was a good person with or without that religion. He was just a good person that just so happened to use religion as his excuse for being a good person. But he was a good person, period. I've met a lot of evil people that are religious. A lot. So religion doesn't make you good. You're either a good person or you're not. It has nothing to do with fucking religion. And now I see these fucking people that are religious saying, and they're trying to be good about this. And I understand they're trying to be positive, but we got to be real. The reason why we're here right now, why this happened, is because the truth is not being said. People are too scared to speak the fucking truth. I'm not, but a lot of people are. So let me tell you what the truth is. People are saying, God called Charlie back to heaven. No, God had nothing to do with this. Nothing. First of all, there is no fucking God and there is no fucking heaven. That's number one. Number two, this was all demonic. Unless Charlie's God was the devil, this had nothing to do with God. This was an act of the devil, of a demon, to kill this man while he was speaking the truth in front of a bunch of people and trying to be a good person. Ain't nothing heavenly, ain't nothing fucking godly about this shit. Let's stop with the bullshit. We're never gonna get to a free world and a free society and free from these demons if we're playing this fucking game that they have put upon us called religion, where we keep on playing these, let's use this religion to explain. No. You're not God. You don't speak for God. Stop saying that God called them to heaven. You don't fucking know that. You're a human. What the fuck do you know? You don't know shit. That's why we're in this fucking situation. But again, if religion helps you get through your days and it works for you, good on you. Good on you. But stop acting like you're God and you're speaking for God. All right? I hate that shit. It's the stupidest, most ignorant thing I could think of. But anyways, back to Charlie. I was very sad about this because to me, the last time I felt this sad was when Kobe Bryant died. And I cried about Kobe Bryant and I cried about Charlie Kirk. And I'll tell you why. Because not only was he a good man, But he had children and he had a wife. And they kept showing this video about his wife and his children. And I was like, this is the saddest fucking shit. This was just a normal dude living his life, trying to do the best thing he could for humanity, for the world, the best way he knew how. And he gets murdered. And he leaves behind his family. Something about that just... Because it's like they want to destroy everything that makes humans humans. That's what these demons are trying to do. Family is a human thing. It's like caring about your family, taking care of your family, being together with... That's a human thing. So when I see like this man, his family was there. When he got shot, his kids were there. His wife was there. And he was killed and murdered right in front of them. For no fucking reason other than him being a good person. And I was like, that's fucking sad. That's what kills me about this. Of all the fucked up people in this world that follow politics or are political, he was the last person that needs to be killed. And I'm not saying anybody should be killed. But what I'm saying is there are a lot of way worse people than Charlie Kirk talking about politics. And this is the guy you go after? Are you kidding me? He was the nicest one. But they went after... That's what I'm trying to tell you. This is true evil you're dealing with. You're not dealing with any human... anything here. There's no God. There's no heaven. There's no angels. There's no humanity to any of this shit. It's just demons doing demonic shit. You guys need to wake the fuck up and see what's really happening. I've talked about this shit for years on my old channel and on this channel. And people want to turn the other cheek. What are you going to do? You're going to wait for everybody to be killed off by these demons before you wake the fuck up and say enough is enough? We need to stop cuddling these motherfuckers and coddling them and fucking pretending they're just like us and we can talk it out. That's not the way this shit works. They don't care about that. Look at what they did to this guy. They don't want to talk to you. They want to kill you. That's it. They're like, if you don't believe what we believe, you're not like us, you need to die. And they're so evil that if they don't get their way and they can't convert humanity to their way of thinking and their way of doing things, they will kill everyone they can and then kill themselves. Why do you think these motherfuckers are suicidal? Because they see their views are not held by the majority. And they can't change the world to be the way they want it. So they want to either kill everyone or kill themselves. They're evil. That's it. They have mental, whatever you want to call it. I'm tired of the excuses. If somebody wants to kill somebody for any reason, I don't give a fuck if they have mental problems or they're lonely or they don't have a girlfriend or whatever the excuse is. Like I hear all these people say all these stupid reasons as to why someone does something like this. It's evil. That's it. I don't want to figure it out. I don't want to talk about it. It's just evil. And it needs to stop. That's it. But I've watched every person that I've ever followed over the years, political commentators and social media influencers and all these people, right? Talk about this incident. That's why I waited so long to make a video about it, because I wanted to see what everybody else was going to say before I talked about it. And none of these fucking people are telling you the goddamn truth. None of them understand what the real problem is. They're like, oh, I don't know what we should do. I don't know what we can do going forward. I don't know, blah, blah, blah. They don't understand that the reason why this happened is because there are politics to begin with. This is what needs to happen. I'm going to give you guys the solution, because a lot of people, they talk, but they don't tell you how to fix the problem. So I'm going to tell you, it's very simple. Get rid of all the politics. Get rid of all the fucking religions. Get rid of all the governments. Get rid of all the countries. And all of that shit. And look at people as people. And figure out what the problems are between people. And get to a resolution that doesn't lead into someone's death. Right? And just talk it out. Figure it out. Like what Charlie was doing. Except the only issue I had with Charlie was the whole political thing. We need to cut this left versus right shit out. It's just good versus evil. There are good people and bad people. Figure out how to either... There are only two things you can do with bad people. Contain them or kill them. You're not going to reason with them. There's a reason why they're evil. They're evil for a reason. They're not going to change. They don't want to hear what the fuck you have to say. And if you don't kill them, they're going to kill you. That's how it works. But you don't have to kill them. You can jail them, right? But having them running around in society, like the guy that killed the woman from Ukraine on the subway and letting them loose, that's not the answer. Because you want to feel sympathetic towards a race or a certain ethnicity, and you think you're doing the righteous thing. Now your ignorant righteousness that leads to evil has caused an innocent person to die for no reason. That didn't have to happen. That motherfucker that killed a person on the train, that killed that lady from Ukraine, that motherfucker shouldn't be living. People like that shouldn't be alive. The second you see that motherfucker is a problem, you should kill that motherfucker. That's it. Give him the death penalty. Why the fuck is he running around society being allowed to kill people? People like that shouldn't be alive. Period. That's how I feel about it. I have no sympathy for this shit. You know why? Because if you don't kill these motherfuckers, they're going to kill you. So call it self-defense. Preemptive self-defense. Whatever you want to call it. But that's how evil these people are in the world that we live in. I'm going to take a quick break to drink some water because I've been talking for a while and I have more things to say. So again, I want to really emphasize that all these influencers and political people, this is why I've made videos talking negatively about Tim Pool, because he spreads political conversations, right? And a lot of people listen to him, but he doesn't have an answer to the problems. He just wants to talk about it and make money. That's fine. But how do we fix it? Anytime anyone asks Tim Pool, how do we fix these problems? You know what his answer is? I don't know. I don't have the answers. So then shut the fuck up. Stop talking about it. Why do you want to talk about something you don't have the answers to? I have the answers, and I'm telling you guys, politics are the problem. You can believe whatever you want, but don't make it political and then try to vote on this shit and have governments and all these things run on these ideals. That's not how things should be. Let me teach you guys how stupid this shit is. So what happens, Trump has been doing all these great things, right? We have a great America where people like Charlie Kirk get murdered for no reason, right? What a great country we live in. So Trump is doing great, right? What about those Epstein files? Yeah, he's a great man. Anyways, not to mention he released an AI video, fake AI video, talking about Charlie Kirk and what happened to him. That video is fake. It's AI. But anyways, man can't even... Anyways, I don't even want to talk about Trump right now like that. But my point, why I even brought up Trump, is because what happens when Trump leaves office? What happened the last time Trump left office? We have 4 years of fucking Biden. This is how evil this shit is. You know why we had Biden? To build up all this shit. They're trying to cause a civil war. They're trying to get the right to become radical to the point where they start a civil war. That's what they're trying to do. That's what they did with January 6th. That's what they're doing when they try to kill Trump. That's what they're doing with all these political assassinations and all this crazy shit. They're trying to spark a civil war. That's all they're doing. And when I say they, I'm talking about the evil ones that control the world, the demons. They're trying to start a civil war in the United States by causing all these events to happen. So they keep going after right-wing people because the right wing is very passive. They're not radical enough. They're not doing anything. So they're like, well, how do we get these motherfuckers to fight? Oh, let's keep pushing. Let's anger them by pushing all this leftist ideology and forcing it down their throats in their video games, in their movies, in their politics and governments, in the military. Let's push all this gay LGBTQ shit, all this evil shit onto them. And then they're going to have no choice but to snap. And the final nail in the coffin or cherry on the cake, whatever you want to call it, was something like this. Because I think after this, there's going to be a lot of pushback from the right. And if you're on the right and you just want to be a sitting target, you're going to keep letting these people on the left get away with it. I'm not saying to commit violence against them, but stop being friendly with these people. Stop giving them platforms. Stop treating them like they're humans. They're not. They're evil, demonic creatures, parasites, garbage. I don't know what to call them. I don't have enough words to describe what these people are. They're low-life pieces of shit. Don't give them an inch. That's how you got to this point where Charlie Kirk got murdered. Because you're giving these motherfuckers leeway. And you give them an inch, they're taking miles and miles and miles. That's what they're doing. Stop it. You should have never, ever accepted any of their fucking politics. Ever. You should have never given them this much ground. So anybody on the right that is sitting there trying to be, sadly, I feel bad about saying this at this point, but if you were like Charlie Kirk, where you're trying to meet them on an even field and have a conversation, that was Charlie Kirk's fatal mistake. He was trying to be a good person. Do I think that he made a mistake? No. Do I think he should have been killed for doing this? No. But that's what happened. He tried to be cool. He tried to be nice. And look what the evil motherfuckers did. They killed him. Because these evil people don't care about this shit. They don't care about you being nice and having a conversation. They just want you to die. That's why you shouldn't give them an inch. That's why you shouldn't give them a platform. That's why you shouldn't give them anything. Don't humanize them. They're not human. They're evil. They don't deserve life. And again, I'm not telling anyone to kill anyone or do anything, bad. But those people are mistakes. They're mistakes. That's why they're an outlier. That's why they're the minority. And they shouldn't be treated like they're normal. They should be treated like the outcasts that they are. All this pacifist shit that you guys do, when you try to treat everybody like a person and everybody, let's all get along. That's not how the world fucking works. It has never worked that way. There are good people and bad people. The bad people don't think like the good people. That's the problem. The good people, they always think, if we just be so good to everyone will get along and nobody's going to die. That's not how the fucking world works. That's a fairy tale. It has never been that way. There are evil people that are always waiting to pounce. They're waiting for you to drop your fucking guard so they can take your ass out. That's the truth. That's the world we live in. And until you guys figure that the fuck out, this kind of shit's going to keep fucking happening. How many of these great leaders that have come along in history need to die with the same assassination methods, mind you, because it's all being done by the government or the deep state that controls these evil people that do these demonic things. Not to mention, they're all highly trained marksmen, highly trained snipers. All these people are just so well trained that they can hit a shot from anywhere in the world and it lands where exactly they want it to land. And for all those dumb fucks that keep saying, oh, he meant to shoot Charlie in the head, but he missed, so he shot him in the neck. No, he meant to shoot Charlie in the fucking neck. Stop spreading the bullshit. Why are you making shit up? You don't know where the fuck he meant to shoot Charlie. So stop with this bullshit. Oh, he meant to shoot him. You don't fucking know that. Where did he shoot him? He shot him in the fucking neck, right? That's where he meant to shoot him. You know why? Because it's horrific. It leaves a horrific imprint in your fucking soul, in your mind, in your brain. You will always remember this shit. That was the point. To be heinous. To be egregious with how evil they wanted this shit to be. They wanted Charlie to be an example of, you try to be good, you try to have free speech and bring people together, we're going to fucking annihilate you in the worst possible way. That's what it was. And it wasn't just about Charlie. It was about all the people that follow him and believe in him. Now they see that shit and they're like, fuck, should I even fucking be involved with this? Do I want to like keep living my life in a positive way when look at what happened to Charlie? Clearly his religion didn't save him. Because people say, oh, you know, he was religious and he really believed in God and he was about his faith. That's great. That's great. Here's the problem. If your God lets your best people be murdered by demons like this, your God is fucking worthless. Do you understand that? What kind of God lets his best people get taken out like this? This man was devout, an angel. He sat there and preached and wore his religion on his sleeve. And he was good to people. And he was killed like this? You think this is right? You think this is righteous? You think this is fucking heavenly? It's not. This has nothing to do with fucking heaven or God. It's evil. I don't want to hear this bullshit about fucking religion. I'm tired of it. That's one of the greatest lies in humanity is religion. Good people are religious. Religions don't make people good. Good people just so happen to be religious. That's how it works. There are evil people that are religious too. Look at all the motherfuckers in the Middle East that are sitting there committing suicide, killing themselves in the name of fucking Allah. Is that fucking heavenly too? What about the Israeli people killing all the people in Gaza and all these other places? And they're religious, right? Are they fucking heavenly? Are they angels too? Are they doing it for God? Or because God said so? And if God is saying to do that, then God is evil. Do you understand? Tired of the bullshit. I'm so fucking tired of it. I've heard this shit all my life. I grew up in religion. That's how I know some of the most evil people in the world are religious. Because I knew them. I saw them every fucking day. They were in my family. I know I know a lot of evil religious people. I don't even need to know them personally. I can just look and see the world that I'm in. Look at all the people that are in it. And a lot of people that are religious are fucking evil. So religions do not make you good. Stop with the lies. Stop with the bullshit. I'm tired of it. So let's keep going. I pretty much damn near said everything I wanted to say. Damn near. But I'm sure I'm going to think of more shit I want to say. I'm probably going to make another video. I want to go live. I'm not sure. Because I know people think making videos is easy. But to speak the truth and expend all the energy from my soul that I have to expend to tell you guys what's really going on takes a lot. It takes a toll. It's not easy making the videos that I make. Maybe other people, it's easy for them because they just tell you bullshit. Or people like Tim Pool or whatever, all these people, they'll read the news to you. That's easy. It doesn't take any energy to do that when you don't have any thoughts of your own and you're just spewing garbage that somebody else told you. That's easy to do. I'm telling you real shit from my soul. It takes energy and it drains me. It's not easy to make the videos that I make. And all I'm doing is fucking talking. I'm not even putting any production work or anything. You don't see any fancy shit on my videos. But because of the shit that I say, it takes a toll. But you guys need to hear the fucking truth. And I'm going to keep trying to do this shit as much as I can. I'm going to make a lot more videos and I'm going to do a lot more streams. I said this in the past, but this what happened to him should never happen. Good people shouldn't be fucking murdered like this. Why the fuck are the good people always being murdered by the evil people? You know why? Because the good people are pacifists. And they keep letting these evil motherfuckers get away with murder. Literally. You're letting them do this to you. Stop. Put your foot fucking down and say enough is enough. Stop letting these people run over you. When are you going to do that? When you're dead? Well, what's it going to take? And it's crazy that it happened in Utah. I was just talking to somebody that's not even from the United States, and they were asking me about the best places to visit in the United States. And I said, go to Utah. Utah's a fucking pretty safe place. Look at what happened. Right after I told this person a few days ago, look at this shit. It happened in Utah. Why did it happen in Utah? Because they don't want you to feel safe anywhere. So they're like, look, we can kill your ass in Utah. For free speech. Just for talking to someone, we'll kill you. And when I say we, I'm talking about the evil demons that control the world. They're like, you're trying to destroy our little structured society that we've created where you're against each other and you're trying to unite people. Oh, we're going to kill your ass. It doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter who you are. We will kill you. And I think when I saw a lot of these people in the media and social media people and even in the news, it humanized them. It humanized them. They realized their mortality. They're like, damn, they killed Charlie Kirk? Well, fuck, they will kill me too. Yes. Nobody is safe. Not from these demons. If these demons want to kill you, they will kill you. You know what people used to say to me when I was in the military? They were like, how do you say all the things you say and you haven't been killed yet? And I said, well, I don't know. I guess they want me to fucking be around. Somebody must be protecting me. There must be some kind of divine intervention. I've had 2 car accidents where I should have been dead. And I survived without a scratch. And the people that saw the wreckage, they were like, how the fuck are you still alive? I was like, I don't know. I guess somebody's protecting me. I don't fucking know. I'm not going to sit here and brag about it. But it's not my time yet, I guess. God hasn't called me up. I guess he lost my number. I don't fucking know. But I'm still here. And as long as I'm here, I'm going to say what I'm going to say. And I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And I've never been wrong about anything. Any video that I've ever said anything about anything, I'm 100% always right. That's why I'm so arrogant. And that's why I'm the way I am. Like, I had a bunch of people unsub from my channel because of whatever I said in the last few videos. Get the fuck out of here then. If you're too soft to listen to my words and it hurts your feelings and you can't handle it, or you support Trump or somebody else and you don't like what I'm saying about them, get fucking lost. I don't need you here. I'm not Trump. So why the fuck are you watching me? Go watch Trump. Go watch whoever you support. That's not me. I'm going to be me and I'm going to say what I'm going to say. And for a split second, like I said, I really consider changing the channel to be softer toned, more laid back, more entertainment, because I realized, I was like, maybe these people just are never going to change. They're never going to learn. They don't want to hear what I have to say. I'm too real for these motherfuckers. I'm the realest motherfucker in the world. And people can't handle that shit. It bothers them. Now after this, I said, nope, I'm going to stay this fucking same. If anything, I'm going to be worse. So if you can't handle what I'm saying, get the fuck out of here. That's how I feel about it. Because this shit needs to stop. If you have a problem with me saying that evil needs to be destroyed and people like Charlie shouldn't die, if that's a problem for you, get the fuck out. Because I'm telling you what the real problems are. It's the government. It's the fucking religions. It's the fucking deep state. The demons that control the world. Politics. All this shit that you guys believe in. That's what's causing this shit. And not in the way that you think. Charlie Kirk didn't die because he was a Republican. Charlie Kirk died because he was breaking down the barriers that have been purposely placed there by the evil ones that control the world. They put these barriers of Democrat and Republican. And he was breaking that shit down. They don't like that. They don't want people to be united. They want you to fucking be Republican and Democrat and never get along. That's what the fuck they want. So when you have somebody like this come along, they're like, oh, we got to get rid of this guy. He's causing too much of a ruckus and tearing down all the bullshit we built. We built the society on politics, and we want these people to fight and be at odds with each other, because the demons, they eat negative energy that humans create when they fight each other, when they hurt each other. So they're like, we need these politics to exist. We can't have people like Charlie Kirk bringing people together. And not only was he bringing them together, but he was converting them to the righteous side. That's a hell no from the evil ones. That's a hell no from the demons. Do you understand? They don't want that. That's the last thing that they fucking want, is for people to be together and unite as one. They don't want that shit ever, because it will destroy their power that they have over humanity. They don't want it. I'm telling you. And I'm giving you the answers. I'm telling you what the problems are. I'm telling you the root of all evil. I'm going to keep talking about this shit. I'm going to make way more videos talking about this. Not just about Charlie Kirk, but about the problems that plague humanity. I've been talking about this shit, and I'm going to talk even more about it. Go into more detail about it. Because you guys really, until shit changes, I'm not going to fucking stop. I'm not. And the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with is any of this stuff worth dying for? Is any of this stuff worth killing someone over? Religion, politics, different ideas, No. The only people that believe that you should kill someone else over an idea, over politics, over religion, are evil people that you should never take serious. You should never give them any credit. You should never give them any leeway. The second that someone disagrees with you about religion, or their religion is about killing others because they have a different religion, like the people in the Middle East, anyone that's like that, immediately dismiss that person. Don't talk to them. Don't side with them. Don't do shit with them. They just want to kill your ass. They don't want to talk to you. If you don't believe what they say and you don't cuddle them and you don't give them what they want, they will fucking murder you. They did it to this man, they'll do it to you. They want everyone dead. They were celebrating his death because they're evil. They're demons. They're not humans. I hope this shit wakes you the fuck up and you really see the evil, demonic world that you're in. You guys really need to see it. Anyways, I said enough. I think you guys get the point. If you like, comment, subscribe, share where you can, hit the notification bell. I'm probably going to stream. I'm not sure about tonight, maybe tomorrow. I'm going to make more videos talking about this and other things. And I'll see you guys then. Take care.